Here's another keepsake crafts video for House of Gems. Today we're going to have some fun doing messy wraps with reclaimed wire to make a bracelet. Alright, to get started, you're going to cut a 16-inch piece of your wire and go ahead and straighten it with your nylon jaw pliers and then slide it through one of these 15mm teardrop beads. Leave about an inch or so sticking out one end and bend both wires up so that they're parallel to each other and perpendicular to the bead hole. And then crisscross the wires over each other so they make an X right above the bead. Since this wire is so fine, you can actually manipulate it with your fingers. So they should again be parallel and perpendicular to the bead hole. And then go ahead and grab both wires with chain nose pliers right above that bend and bend both wires at a 90-degree angle. Now usually when we wrap drops, we cut off the shorter piece right here. However, because this is such fine gauge wire, I'm going to make my loop that goes around my bracelet with the two wires, just for added strength. So tuck in your round nose pliers right at that bend and treat both these wires as one. Wrap it around the round nose pliers, reposition, and finish your loop, just like we would in any wrap loop. Then slightly twist that loop to open, and I'm going to slide it onto a link of my bracelet. And then, just like any other time, we close up that loop. And this is a little tricky. We're just going to hold on to that loop. Hold on to that loop with chain nose pliers and start wrapping this wire. Now that little piece that's left over, I'm just going to wrap that until it's used up. If it sticks out, I'll trim it off. And then we're just going to wrap around that stem and all the way down to cover up the bead holes. And it'll want to slide up, and you just keep wrapping until it catches. And what we're going for here is kind of a smooth cone of wire. And then you just keep wrapping as much as you want. So you should be covering the bead holes, and then it's good to end up with the wire back near the top so that you can tuck in the end. So go ahead and repeat to add all of your beads to your bracelet. So here you can see I've taken the time to wire wrap all of my drop beads onto this bracelet. The 8mm bicones, by the way, took about 9 or 10 inches of wire, and then these 15mm took 16 inches of wire. The last steps would be to attach a lobster clasp with a jump ring to one end, and I'm going to add these extra links to the other end just to make a place for the lobster clasp to grab onto and add a little extra length. And I think I'm going to go ahead and wire up these crystals to go on that chain, just for a little bit of extra dangliness. And then you're done.